Shimmy outside Brakata, Yahweh Brakata, outside Brakatam, to the Akim, wa Akim out there keeping his word, truth, and all sincerity, teaching the downfall of Esau, the 2/3 his wicked queendom and these heathens. I just want to go into what's going on in the world. You know, we got a lot of rejoicing to do. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yahweh Shimmy outside is not playing. You know, he about to deliver us soon. You know, he can't lie. But this as far as for these women, I've been, letting you guys know that this stuff is getting out of control. Um, you got this whole stuff going on with the coronavirus. Trump's still kicking you guys off of food stamps and stuff, April 1st. So, I mean, you ain't gonna be able to strip, and I got videos on that too, and I'll show you, but I'm gonna let this video play and I'm gonna show y'all.
Make ends meet. We should be providing those people with immediate and direct help. Instead, as of this moment, the Trump administration is still moving forward with a truly sadistic plan to kick 700,000 people off food stamps, right as a global pandemic tanks the world economy.
The president has a plan to cut 700,000 people off of food stamps, low-income people. And they said, do you still plan to cut them off of food stamps on April 1st, when those are the very people who are going to be losing their jobs? And they say, yes, they do intend to cut them off of food stamps.
My God, now he's kicking people off food stamps. He's like a villain from a Charles Dickens novel. What's he gonna do next? Take away Tiny Tim's crutches? I need those to stand up or I'll fall flat on my face.
All right, Salakia. So that was that. Salakia. See, this is all going hand in hand. This was 6 days ago, and these, California is having the same problem. It's talking about how these strip clubs are having an issue with this coronavirus, and I read this article, the day before, or a couple days, like a day before. So if you want to go ahead and see about the article, you could go ahead and just click to one of my other videos. But I mean, with all this going on, and if you still feeling like independent, feeling like there's that you're gonna be able to do whatever you want, and you're running into these fake ass pastors and stuff, and listening to them, you're gonna be stuck, because you're gonna be able to tell that these pastors is fake. They ain't telling you the truth. They're not bringing forth any of the prophecies. And this how you could tell is Matthew 7:16 says, "Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs and thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but every corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit." So if they're not bringing forth the good fruit, then they're a liar. You know what I mean? They're not a good tree. So you could tell them by their works. How many people are they healing? How much of the prophecies are they talking about? Are they telling you that the law is done away with, when he says that the law is not done away with? Slakia. They tell you that the law and the commandments are done away with, and everything they tell you is to follow them. This is 1 John 2 and 4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandment, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So when they tell you that the law is done away with, when they have all these false idols up in the churches, these false images, that's idol worship. The Most High is gonna put them to death for that. They're being sheep's and wolf clothing, or wolves in sheep's clothing. Here we go. This is Matthew 12 and 36. It says, "But I say unto you, that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give account thereof in judgment, or in the day of judgment." So they're over here prophesying deceit, but they're doing it because it makes you guys feel good. Because you women don't want to be in order. You weak ass men don't want to be men. You don't want to get out here. You don't want to prophesize. You don't want to talk about this because you're scared. You got fear. You got fear to be praying to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. You got fear. So you got fear inside of you. You're a weak man. You got an effeminate spirit. You know, you too scared to stand up to your own brothers, your own sisters, your mom, your family, because you don't really love Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. You got a lot of people that say that they Israelites, but they do nothing of what the Most High says. They do nothing. They don't try to prophesy. They don't try to teach. You know, there's some stuff I understand. You know, you're supposed to do it to the best of your ability. Okay, I get that. You know what? A person, he preaching, he ain't got fringes. He can't afford them. Okay, I get that. But he's still teaching the word. You know, you're supposed to follow the commandments, but I mean, you still got to judge righteously. You know, I get it. He don't have like, you know, he can't afford lamb or on Passover, even though it's not even about the meat. You know what I mean? It's about, you know, getting together with the brothers, or even that there ain't no brothers around you. You know what I mean? So you still by yourself spending Passover. Like I was by myself, you know. So you got to keep it to the best of your ability. But you got these ones out here that that don't even try, you know. But they'll be the quickest ones to judge you and say, well, you don't do this, you don't do that. But you trying to prophesy, you trying to do your best, you know, so that you can make it in the kingdom, you know. That's why, you know, the Bible says you got to worry about your own salvation. You know, don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Matter of fact, that's perfect. It says Philippians 2:12, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. See, fear and trembling, that's good. You know, fear is the beginning of knowledge, or the fear is the beginning of knowledge. I have a knowledge, you know, fear and trembling. You should watch what you're doing, your steps. You should be afraid, you know. A lot of people don't want to be afraid. They want to deal with wickedness. They want to follow the multitude and they're doing evil. You know, they want to follow all these new trending things. They want to follow all these challenges. You know, like the Tide Pod challenges. But they're not looking up. They're not following what the Yahweh Shem Shai said, you know, to the best of their ability, you know. They fall down and they stay down, you know. The men of the Lord, we may fall down, but we get back up. You know, we keep trying, you know, and we lift each other up with spirits. That's why it's important to watch these videos and be edified, you know. Especially make sure you're watching the correct videos. You know, the elders and apostles of GMS, Men of Valor, DTA, people that speaking this word, truth, and all sincerity. You know, teaching the downfall of Esau, you know, the ones that are prophesied in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, Yahweh being the Father, Yahweh Shai being the Son. So if they're not coming in that name, if they're coming in Jesus Christo or Serapis Christi or Zeus or Shaka Zulu or Kim Kardashian or Con Easy, they're having you pray to the wrong they're having you pray to the wrong God. The Most High said, put no other God before me. He said, put no other God before me, for he is a jealous God. And you should be a jealous God, because if this is a marriage, just like you men, when these women say, oh, you jealous, you damn right I'm jealous. I don't want nobody around my woman. That's a manly trait. You know, he don't want nobody around his kids. Just like you don't want nobody around your children. This is Exodus 23:5. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Gods meaning titles. You know, a God is just a title. You know what I mean? And he even put that's lowercase God. You know what I mean? That's not even he's letting you know that they ain't nothing. That's lowercase gods. It says thou shall make thou shall not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness or anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath or that is in the water under the earth. So you shouldn't be having no fish up on you, no type of drawings, no graven images. You shouldn't be having no pictures of Zeus, lightning bolt, scarecrow, uh, Pikachu, whatever the hell y'all niggas is worshiping nowadays. Putting these images up. Uh, Graven image. Sometimes like there's nothing wrong with having rocks on your necks and stuff. Oh, some guy told me one time that was having a graven image, and I was like, "How's that a graven image?" But then his elder said, "Do you worship that image or do you worship that rock?" No, I just wear it. I can live without it. It's just something to wear. It ain't above you. How about Shimmy Shai? So like how we be wearing like natural stones and stuff like that. It says, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, am a jealous God, Yahweh, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me." See? It says that, and that's where it goes to, that's this reason right here. He says, "For them that hate me," and right here he said, "Worship no other gods before me." This is Exodus. This is when we was getting delivered out of Egypt. And guess what? Deuteronomy, we went back in, right? That's the 5th book of the Bible. We went back into slavery. Why did we go back into Egypt? For putting other gods before him, worshiping other images, doing all this other stuff. And he said, "Whoever don't love me," he said, "love death." So that's why our forefathers and elders got put to death. They was getting put to death, beat, all kinds of stuff when they got put back in slavery. That's because we was worshiping other gods. But now that we coming back to Yahweh Shem Shai, you see what he's doing to our enemies. You see what's going on with all these plagues and pestilence, and these plagues, these pestilence, and these famine and stuff. These are all of the death angels. This is destruction. The fires, famines, plagues. There's still fires and stuff going on in Australia. There's so much stuff going on right now that it's almost hard to keep up with everything. Every time you turn on the news, you got something going on. You got the stock market crashing. You got people dying of the coronavirus. You got people in the streets acting wild, stealing coronavirus, stabbing each other up because of the coronavirus over water. Over the littlest stuff, because they don't put their faith in how about Shem Yahshai. See, it says, "Seek me first." It says, okay, this is what they should have been doing. It's Proverbs 8 and 17. Proverbs means laws. It says, "I love them that love me." So that means if you love him, you keep his law, statutes, and commandments. That's part of his love. It says that those that seek me early shall find me. And then he turns around and says, let me show you the one. "They shall seek me." See, and he turns around and say, "They shall seek me early." This is Proverbs 1 and 28. "Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me." So that's talking about in the day of trouble, like that's coming. Like people still think that everything's going to get better. Okay, if it do get better, fine. But guess what? It's just going to get worse right again. But he said he's going to be sending plagues up on plagues. So there's not going to be, there's not no going back, because if it doesn't happen, then that would be saying that Yahweh Shem Yahshai is a liar, and it says that he can't lie. We're in a time where we're we're going to start getting spiritual powers, and, you know, people are going to start doing healing, you know, because the Most High said he like everything equally yoked. So this is 2 Corinthians 6:14. But ye are not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. So for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? And that goes to that scripture that says, can two walk hand in hand but not be in agreement? And no, you cannot. This is why he separates us. You got to be separate, you know. He separates you. You're supposed to be separate in all things. See, like your family may want you to come around for the holidays and all these wicked ass days, and they may get mad at you and stuff. You know, you're supposed to be separate than all that. You know, you gotta realize that the days that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashai gave us, that's the Spirit 1044. That the days Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashai gave us, the holy days are what we're supposed to be celebrating. The holy days are our power. You know, well, not our power, but there are those are our feast days and things that we're supposed to be doing, fast days. Not celebrating these holidays. You know, we're supposed to celebrate the holy days, you know. Like a lot of our like they want to say that we're crazy. I read a verse earlier too. It was talking about being under a delusion. And I did a video on it, and it's like I kind of went all over the place. Delusion. Yeah, here we go. Strong delusion. Yeah, that they want to say that we're the crazy ones because we don't want to sit down and feast with them. But it says not to break bread. We're not even supposed to be breaking bread with them. You know, we're not supposed to shake their hands. We're not supposed to break bread with them, because anybody that's an enemy, how about Shimei Shai, is an enemy of ours. You know, so if they're an enemy of ours, they're enemy of Yahweh Shimei Shai's. You know, so they're stuck. They want to say that we're stuck in this delusional world, that we're not in a certain reality, but we are actually in the actual reality. Our eyes are open to what they can't see, because he says something that we shall hear. Our ears will be open so that we could hear, and our eyes be open so that we could see. And it's a verse when he's talking about, why do you speak to them in parables? You know, because he says the mysteries of the Bible or the mysteries of the kingdom is for us to know. You know, they can't see. They won't hear it. And even if they do see it and hear it, they still won't just be able to understand it. You know, so some people were like, it says it's just created for death. And they say that we're in the delusion, but they're the ones actually in the delusion. They're stuck. They can't open their mind. And this is 2 Thessalonians, it's like it. 2 Thessalonians 2:11. It says, and for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, and they should believe a lie. So they believe everything that they seeing. Like we've been telling people about these plagues and pestilence and this third woe, and they've been like, it ain't gonna happen. They were out still buying Nikes and all that. I remember that Nike commercial came out and it says the best week ever. Remember that? And that's what we pretty much there, because look what's going on. Everybody running around here shopping, stabbing each other, punching each other, trying to get this water stuff that's gonna run out, you know. But like it says, he says, my elect shall eat, but you shall be ashamed. You know, so when it says you, it's not talking about the men of the Lord or the 1/3 men, women, and children. That's talking about the 2/3, the heathens, and these queen, whatever they want to call themselves. And it says that they all might be damned who believe it not the truth and have pleasure in unrighteousness. See, so like I said, these people want to follow the multitude. They want to follow the multitude to do evil, and it says not to do that. You know, it says not to do that. He said, if, you know, for us as being hated, he says, if the world hates you, know that they hated me first. So, you know, they're not trying to feed the sheep. They're not trying to follow you. How about Shimei and Shai? They're not trying to, they saying that they love them, but they don't love them. They listen to these pastors that's lying, that keep not his commandments. I mean, they're in this strong delusion. They believe that the stuff that is created right now by um, Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathens is the correct way. They believe that they're underneath. They want to be everybody else so bad. They believe that they're underneath these people, when in all actuality, the 2/3 men, women, and children are actually above these people. But they want to stay under the boot. When the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahshua said they are not even spittle, not even spittle, not even a spit to come out your mouth when you're talking. They're not even that, you know. And that's why there's no point in even getting carnal with them. Like if stuff happens, you don't get carnal. Just remember our weapons is spiritual, not carnal. But if something happens, somebody disrespect you, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you just pray, put some curses on them, Yahweh Shem Yahshua will take care of it. Because like he says, whoever offends one of my little ones, hold on, Slakia. Let's see if that pull up. Okay, let's see. Yep, this is Matthew 18:6. It says, "But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me," see that, which believe in me, "it were better for him that a millstone were hanged around his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea." So the ones that believe in him, and you got all these people talking mess about you, backstabbing you. You got these 2/3 talking mess. You got gang stalkers and stuff, and then you got your scarfers. But those people are starting to settle down because they seeing that everything of this earth is mirth is coming to an end. They see that the stock is falling. They're in a panic mode. But how about Shem Yahshua's people? We're not panicking. We're not panicking. It says, shall be hungry. All right, this is Luke 6:25. It says, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. So they about to be crying. They've been talking all this mess. They still running around here having this faith. They got a refrigerator full of food. They believe that they gonna be all right, stocked up, with all this stuff, but they're not. That food is for Yahweh Shem Yahshua's men. And even if for now they keep it, they're still about to. It's there's so much stuff just going on that the economy's not gonna be able to fix itself like how people think it is, man. It just seems like they're gonna have to push out this RFID chip. Because it's like everything's crashing. It's like the stock market's crashing. There ain't gonna be no food delivered to these stores. I mean, it seems like there's gonna be straight pandemonium. And even if food does get to these stores, a lot of people ain't working. Even if people do get food, and let's say they do get money, the people gonna buy it out real quick. Let's say the store's empty, people gonna snatch that out. And even if that, people just gonna go in there and steal it. They just gonna take it. They don't care. They're not going to care about what the government says. They're not going to care about what the police says. The police and them are going to be involved. You think that they're not going to be stealing? The police and them are some of the biggest crooks out. Man, they're going to be trying to get what they need to get. They'll probably rally up a group of people and go take stuff. Like for all you guys that have been storing up and you believe in this system and you don't read your contracts and stuff, you're not supposed to even be doing that. It says not to even be borrowing, But you buy these houses and you expect that you act like you own it, but you don't own the land. You are not the landlord. You don't even own the house. The government could come take that at any time. You put all your faith into these worldly things instead of put your faith in Yahweh Shem Yahshua. And that's when you don't have a problem, because that's how you get saved. You don't get saved because you got a gun. You don't get saved because you got food. You don't get saved because you got a big, strong man with you. You get saved by Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You get saved by Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Other than that, you have no save. You're not saved. If you're not on this chariot, you're not going to be saved. It says Ephesians 2:2-8. It says, for by grace are we saved through faith. So yes, the Most High is going to have grace up on his people. But that's through faith, the ones that have faith. You only, like the Akim just said, you only required to have a mustard seed of faith. He says if you just have a mustard seed, and that not of yourself, it is a gift of Yahweh, God, not of works, lest any man should boast. So you're not going to be able to like, oh, I did this, I did that. You know, it's not going to be like that. Like, oh, I'm strong, so I got all these men up off me. You can't do that. Because you got to remember, even when King David was fighting people, unless you think you greater than King David had to pray Yahweh Shem Yeshai. He said, are you going to deliver the Philippines into my hands? He didn't just go fight. He didn't just go do whatever. This is where the faith comes in. You got to ask. You got to ask and pray. And Yahweh Shem Yeshai, he's going to guide you. There was just a guy on another page who was live talking about, well, what are we going to do when these people come to attack us? We ain't worried about all that, man. We just pray. And Yahweh Shem Yeshai going to fight for us. You don't got to do nothing. He gonna lead you. If it's time for you to get up and move, Yahweh Shem Yeshai gonna wake you up and be like, get moving. He gonna have an angel wake you up. It's like, get moving. You know, pack this, go. And you might not even have time to pack nothing. You know, you're just gonna have to have faith, just like Elijah had faith. When he say go, and you go wait by the brook, you gonna go wait by the brook. He tell you go sleep in a telephone pole bowl or telephone booth, go sleep your ass in that telephone booth. You don't question Yahweh Shem Yeshai. You only thank Yahweh Shem Yeshai. Because he ain't got to do nothing for you, you know. You gotta be thankful that he even woke us up to this truth. You know, there's a lot of people sleep. A lot of people sleep. Or even a lot of people that say they hear the word, but they can't change. It's just like, you just see it like, if you understand it, then why you still like, you don't give a damn. It's almost like, it's aggravating. But, you know, we almost up out of here, you know. Yahweh Shem Yeshai about to deliver us. He about to deliver us, you know. So, with that said, I pray that this was edifying. I pray that, you know, everybody's going, you know, keeping strong, you know, praying that, I pray that everybody's getting their spiritual powers. That Yahweh Shem Yeshai is about to increase the power, you know, like he did, like, you know, more than, you know, what he did for Elijah. You know, I pray that everybody's just getting healed up, you know. Baba Kashar, Yahweh Shem Yeshai. I just pray, you know, that everybody stays safe. And that I know that some of us will be delivered in, you know, jails and stuff. But like it says, be faithful for the 10 days, even unto death, and then you'll receive your crown. You know, we coming into those times where, you know, we going to get tested to see if we really are really down. We have about Shem Yashai. So, I mean, that little mustard seed of faith, you just going to have to, you got to grow it, you know, you're going to have to believe it. And there's nothing wrong with having more faith, you know, having more faith and, you know, being more childlike, you know. It says to be childlike. So, you know, keep your imagination, keep it strong, because realistically, we can't even imagine what Yahweh Shem Yeshai is going to do. You got these IFOs, identified flying objects, these chariots up in the sky. I seen a video, one was so big it looked like a quarter, made the earth look like a pea. You know what I mean? So it looked like that mug will just destroy it. It by itself, it ain't even got to come close to destroy this planet if I want to. You know, Esau know he got a short time. He knows his time is running out. So everything he's doing is just part of the prophecy. Even if he try to stop the coronavirus or whatever you do, it really don't matter. Yahweh Shem Yeshai just gonna put something else out. You know, he's in control of everything. You know, it says look to the sky because that time draw nigh. So we almost up out of here. Keep your faith, Akim. You know, don't let these unbelievers get you off track. And to be honest, them unbelievers, those are the parts that they have to play. You know, everybody got their part in this Everybody got their part in this movie. They need to try to get you off track. That's their job. Your job is to stay on track. You know, your job is to stay on track. So your job is to stay in this word. So with that said, I just want to say Shalom, Yahaba Shem Yahshai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatham to the Akim Akim after keeping this word truth in all sincerity. Teaching downfall Esau, the 2/3 is wicked kingdom and these heathens. Abba Baba, Kwam Yasha Allah, Lama Lam Yam, Haba Yashal Da Wada, Shalom.